Okay, good evening, everybody. Today is our last session of the course of technical analysis, where we will touch on volume and smart money under the category of strength. So this is the slide that you all been looking at. I think this is the one of the most important slide. So you know that through what I've been introducing, this has formed a step-by-step in our trading process. For example, after getting the fundamental analysis for a stock, then we use the technical analysis to see whether it's the right time to enter by doing through the trend, the margin, and then the strength. Okay, so today we'll touch on the volume and the MCDX smart money. So we go for the volume first. Okay, when you log into this KLSE stringer, KLSE stringer will come in defaulted with volume. If you're using the trading view, then you have to go to the FX there to set to display the volume. Okay, so you can see in this KLSE screener, the volume will be show on top of that for how many millions. Then below the histogram bar, is the volume specified here. Okay. So volume is actually the number of shares of a security traded between it daily open and close. And I personally use the KLSE screener for candlestick and volume for most updated share price compared to trading view before making the final decision to trade. Because I find that the trading view a bit delay in displaying the price and also the candlestick pattern and volume. So the final moment I will use the KL screener. Well, when I'm doing the preparations, research analysis, I will use trading view. However, it depends on everybody's individual preference. So volume actually can represent number of traders. They also in the stock or represent the interest, how much interest the investor have for a particular stock. How much volume basically can be used to measure how real or strength of the price up or down. This is the cartoon show the 国王的心意, whether it's real or not real. So when share price move upward or downward gradually, with the volume increase also gradually, like this one, the price going up slowly, and also this volume going up gradually, or when it going down, with the volume going up slowly, okay, it signifies that the trend most likely to continue. The buy or selling pressure is tends to continue. However, then there's a sharp share price up down with a spike of volume. There's a spike of volume. From there you can see here, there's a spike of volume when the price go to the down there, go to the down and slowly up. You can see spike volume there. This is the sign. Okay, this is signify the exhaustion with the share price revision mostly soon will happen. This is a 物极必反的现象. So can you see here? This will signify us to buy at the volume spike at the bottom price. Okay, because the exhaustion, it is time for the price reversal. So sell at the volume spike at the top price, but it's not shown in this diagram, which is just a reverse. So we have to summarize them in this chart. So you can see the price going up sharply, gradually not counted, but it sharply suddenly show up with a very spike of the volume. Spike means it suddenly show up with the volume as well. So it basically means that everyone, spike of volume mean everyone. So spike of volume, everyone who wanted to buy, and because the share going up, they buy, so they push up the price. Most of them mostly have already bought because we have only limited. There's a fixed number of share in the market for the company. It won't be. It's not infinity one. So when the spike, I mean mostly a lot of people been buying, so they have bought it already. So they only left those who wanted to sell because there are also people want to sell. They have different opinion. So we expect more selling soon. This is bearish. When it reverse, there's a sharp drop of the price, sharp drop one, just gradually one. Together with the spike of the volume, again, everybody taking action. So the price drop because people are selling and they already sold. So left only who wanted to buy. So we expect the reverse, UGP fund, the more buying will soon bullish. When there's an up and down, sharp also, but the volume is as normal. It's not say no volume or high volume, but it's normal. It's just like the last few days, no different compared, but the price will be going up. Most likely, we expect the trend will be sustainable. I mean, it will come to stagnant or go down, but it won't be continue going up. So this is just like what Warren Buffett mentions: be fearful when others are greedy, when the price going up with a spike of volume, that we prepare to sell, to run. And the price drop at the spike up, people are running. That's the time that we have to be greedy when others are fearful. But again, this is only applied to stock that have a solid fundamental, not those stock you have not fundamental solid. Okay. Now this is a screenshot of one of the China stock in Hong Kong stock, a China company, China Resource Cement. They see cement, so they produce cement, they sell cement, they involved in a lot of construction in China. Okay, you can see there's a spike of this volume up compared to the rest, and the spike of the price here also. So the price shot up and the volume spike shortened. So they expect the price revision coming soon. This is time when you find that if you want to keep short term or mid term, it's time to sell. If long term is okay, because fundamentally this company is a very big, huge company. It's a strong company. It's a blue chip. So the other one, you can see the price going up gradually, or can consider quite bullish, but the volume is so and so. They don't have any spike going down. So it might be not able to sustain. Doesn't mean it will be reverse price, but it would be somewhere just maintain. If there's no more losing interest, then interest maintain will be going down. It won't be, not necessarily be going down, but it may be maintained. But it's hard to go up when we see this sort of volume. The other one, the recent one, is when you see that there's some spike going up and that going at the gold price, but it's not that low that much. But I put as an example. So the reverse of the first one, the price sharp go down with the volume spike, as also both mostly price will reverse. So next 2 days is going up. But it didn't go that long, go a while, then it go down again for this stock. So next we move on to MCDX, smart money. MCDX is quite interesting that actually you can't really find much in the Western media compared to Chinese market. You see, the name also dragon, like Chinese market. So it's multi-color dragon index. In Western media, they use the word smart money. So it was not found in this KL screener. So when I need to see MCDX, I go to TradingView, FX, MCDX, and put smart money. So smart money literally originally mean wages, the profit made by gambler with a trade of success. Smart money in stock trading refer to fund from big stock player, or it can be representative of the expert perspective. 行家的观点, this 行家 is those investment bank, ETF fund manager. Okay, so we put into this setting in the trading view, we can see all this multi-color, actually 3 color only, but they call it multi-color dragon index. So the green color represent the 亏损资金, the fund from retail investor. I put the word trap, my own name, there's not name even in the Western media. I put the word trap, but because they got 亏损, mostly they represent the money trap here. I mean, like after March, they can't really run away. The fund of small investor was trapped here. Okay. The yellow one, I mean, the money was there for a very short time period. So they suspect this is only fund from short-term trader, 短期投机者, 流动基金. Then the red color one is a smart money, 盈利资金, 庄家的资金. So those big player fund is here. So this show that at this time, the big player was interested in this stock, and then they lost their interest, they go up. Okay. So this MCDX smart money, is based on the concept that the retail investor like us, Sanhu, likely to invest in many stock counter. Which logic? Because so many retail investors. If you talk about banker, they only a few bank or few ETF fund manager. But in retail investors, how many millions? A lot of retail investors in the world or in Malaysia. So of course, everybody have different preference stock. So I like this top people like Pharmanegra, some like public bank. So many of stock. But each time each individual of us only small capital, so we compare only small capital us invest in this one particular stock in public bank or stock club or Pharmanegra. So fund from retail investor tend to be cover a lot of stock, but each stock only have a small amount from each investor. Then the institutional investor like bankers like to invest a few stock counter. It's unlikely a bank, investor bank, they invest so many counter, 100 counter, unlikely. Even popular like Peter Lim, the one who worked for this Berjaya Corp one, and a few famous investor like Warren Buffett also advise people to keep only 20 stock counter. I think Peter Lim keep about 30 stock counter, I'm mistaken. I read one of his article, so they can focus. So institutional investor, they tend to invest few stock for one holding, but each stock they will put in a huge capital of fund because a lot of money, a lot of cash. So therefore, if able to track, this is the theory I follow the money. When you follow money, you'll find a lot of hints and the story inside. So follow money means that we basically try to track the fund moving out, in or out each counter by institutional investor. Follow the movement of the smart money. Because the fund movement in this by this institutional investor are more likely to influence the stock prices versus by retail investor. Because each time they come out from one stock, like top club, there's a big capital, huge capital move up from the stock. So it's more likely the price will go down. Okay. However, there's one thing very funny in Malaysia, KLSE. There's an exception. We found that when market euphoria is so high, with many participating retail investor, where retail investor fund is more than institutional body. Remember the recent glove counter. Remember the last 3 or 4 weeks, that time investor bank have been leaving top cloth. But the price is still going up because they realize that the fund from retail investor is much more, I think 10% more than this institutional investor, IB. So there's some exceptional cases as well. So this MCDX smart money in this trading yield, they actually created by one of the user, one experienced user. So when he create this system, he provides some explanation. So he say MCDX is indicator based on a specific formula, his own formula to detect buyer and seller momentum. So red means the buyer momentum, green means seller momentum. Basically it means that when you see the red one, then the stock is safe. Green one, that means a lot of green, the price tend to go down. So they put a one line 50, high of the red bar more than 50 mean buyer in control. So you want to invest, go long mean that you buy, go short and you sell. This one mostly the term used by forex people or option people. So long that you want to buy, then you prefer to see got red color more than green. So green color is retailer, we try to avoid according to him. Yellow is hot money, fast in, fast out, can make money but need to be cautious. Red is banker, solid stock with potential strong, institutional support. I mean that the fund from the bankers is supporting the price. So I summarize explanation to make it easier to understand. Mean you see the green one, only green, no red, stay away. When green bar coming in, more and more. In going down mean more and more. The bar is longer and longer. You see the price also going down. Enter when the red bar coming in, from here coming in, and it's solid. Okay, using this center line as a guide, confirm signal. Come to this is very good. Going up, going down here must chow already. So dispose when red bar leaving. The yellow one we tend to just ignore it. So in this trading yield, same, go to the FX, then you just put MCDX and look for this MCDX smart money. Created by this user. Okay, this the assignment have been sent to your email. We try to analyze the stocks volume and smart money MCDX after the market close, the same that we do for this candlestick, and specify the date or dates because sometimes we see the last few days the range, a few days pattern of your analysis, so I can cross check the signal for the day. And you notice recently I also create a link to all the quiz. The short quiz have been created, linked to the Google form, at the description of each recorded training video at your YouTube. I will also send to you all. Remember to do the quiz after the training. You can redo them. And please repeat until you score 80%. Correct each question. Total, we have a 50 questions. So some of the session got 10, some got 12, some got 8. Total 5 session, we have a total of 50. So try to score 80% each time. So that because when you do the MCQs, you actually as a final revision. It's okay, you even though you make it wrong the first time, then you do again, it's more a revision. I already highlight those very most important point one into the MCQ. Okay, first technical and fundamental analysis. Understand that fundamental analysis assists in picking the stock, which stock you want to buy, whether it's worth to take a look. Don't waste the time to do the technical analysis when you find that the stock is not in the good stock or solid stock. Then use the technical analysis with step-by-step trends, margin, and strength to assist in the timing the transaction. And remember, from my point of view, of course, if you like to do a lot of this fundamental analysis, is go ahead. From my point of view, through my experience, I think the brief fundamental analysis and some common technical analysis tool is good enough for part-time investor like us. Unless you got a few hours a day to analyze all the company. If not, I would advise just go for the brief fundamental analysis and the common analysis that we learn. So the three most important words investing, this is the guru. So margin of safety. We do not know. We cannot be very sure. The signal will tell 100% correct, but we want to have at least more than 50% we make money. So after getting the technical analysis, we look into first the trend first. So we use ADX, then we go and see whether we should use MACD or histogram or RSI, stochastic slope. Okay. Of course, when there's a very highly volatile, then we don't use a trend because the trend have no meaning because it's highly volatile, too high trend. Then of course we have to go for looking in their support and resistance, which is Fibonacci retracement and EMA. So in margin wise, we have Bollinger Band, we have Fibonacci retracement, and we have EMA 25, 50, 100, and 200. So once we recognize we want to move on the margin, we need to identify what type of trend the stock that we look for, whether it's no trend, normal stock, normal trend, higher high or volatile, and only we decide whether to go for which margin tools, which is provide a more accurate compared to the rest. Okay, and remember always refer with the candlestick and volume beside is basic fundamental analysis. So when the moment we find that everything is on par and it's time for us to make decision whether we want to buy, we look for the candlestick and volume before clicking the buy sell button. Identify only the strong candlestick and volume pattern. Beginning, look for the strong one. What are strong one? Like this bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, the harami, the bearish harami and the bullish harami. Then the rest one are not so strong one, you can not so much important. Then evening star, morning star is important. The rest one you can leave it first and slowly you pick up. First beginning, identify only the strong candlestick and the volume pattern. Okay. MCDX smart money as additional reference. Don't put too much weight in MCDX smart money. Especially in Malaysia KLSE, we know that we look into the fund in and out. Sometimes they compare, foreign fund and big institute fund and retail fund. You notice that it's true that the actually majority fund is from retail investor. So we don't put too much weight on MCDX smart money. Just an additional reference. If the major players are making the same decision with the fund as you. Okay. So continue to the slide that we always see. Taking the fundamental technical analysis and you decided to click the button. So what you do after clicking the button, we move on. Set a price alert setting because we don't want you to everyday monitor the price. What I do is I set the price, for example, for today, Hong Kong stock market, I just set it. So I wait for May 2010 to fall below 280. So he alert me, then only I start to make the decision to buy or not. I check out the Bollinger Band, everything, and I buy. If not, then I don't want to look at it because it will be a distraction to our daily other activity. So setting the price alert, then put into the watch list and P&L. I think this Bloomberg app is very good. There are also some other app I use to the Bloomberg app because you also can read the global news. Because we want to be global news, we want to work on the business and not inside the business. So no need to too detail. We know to see the global trend, how's this COVID-19 moving, how the market is, oil and gas is recovering, or whether this CPO, crude palm oil is recovering, or steel industry. So we look at the bigger picture. So Bloomberg is good to show us that one. So put in the stock, watch this, at least know that today your paper's loss and paper profit is how much. Then you can decide whether you should cash out or you should remain there. The other one is some company, they have this newsletter subscription. Let's say you bought this Pharmanaga. So go to the Pharmanaga there, type Pharmanaga investor relationship, IR, we call it IR. I think you all know always in bio. So IR, then you look at it, sometimes they have this email subscription. You can put your email there. So when they have some company announcement, they just send to your email, so or they give bonus, they give dividend, they call for AGM. Of course, you can go for your AGM if you want, but I never do that. So they come AGM, then you know when this QR result will come out. So this is the subscription. Sometimes they have been fined or been called by the Bursa or the Security Council. It also come out in the newspaper, in a newsletter email. So this company, is in the caution. We need to move out or what. You can take the next step. So after all this, then only you look into the fundamental analysis to see whether you should continue to hold, add more stock. When the price a little low, you should add or not, cut loss or profit taking. Eventually, important to look into how you can suit your personal financial goal. Okay. Most of my reference is from this website. You can look into that, Investopedia, Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha is option trading. Then online trading concept and MRAO, this UK website. But mostly actually from personal experience and my own hypothesis of the mechanism of technical analysis work best under the self-fulfilling prophecy conceptual framework, which is the trader belief system. And thus support the idea why the choice of technical analysis tool is based on type of stock. So I do not agree that some traders say that once you use to these tools, you use to MCD, you must use MCD, don't look at RSI. I don't think that's correct. So we need to look into, based on the self-fulfilling prophecy conceptual framework, what type of stock, what type of trader, what type of habit, what type of tools they tend to use. The most complex tools tend to reproduce the most accurate result. It will be based on the self-fulfilling prophecy framework. Second is I categorize it into the three category, into this trend, margin, and strength. And this unintentionally I already form a workflow on how a trader should execute step by step stock trading if you decided to use a technical analysis. Okay, so thank you for being patient with me for almost, I think, 1 month already, all the 5 sessions in one courses. And I wish that everybody can achieve their financial freedom in less than 10 years.